That sounds fine.
Like this is louder,
That sounds fine
right?
too. Yeah.
Uh, How's that possible? That's so weird. I just increased the volume to like halfway. It was like the very minimum. I put halfway.
All right, I'm gonna go try to go live again. Let's try this time.
Yeah, let's do it.
So you still get me
Election
on the.
night. I'm excited.
I think you still get me right. So,
Yeah, I can see you.
oh wait, should I put this at the top?
Mac is missing out the fun. She's
Yeah,
like,
I
nah,
don't
not
think she
right.
wants to be part of while we're trying to figure shit out.
Yeah. She's like, I got my shit figured out. You guys figure out your shit.
Right?
Mhm. I mean, her part is easier, right? It's just like I dilate, I talk. That's it.
Right.
We gotta do the technical side. So, where is my TikTok live? Let me see if I can. So you can share stuff on TikTok live, right? Yeah, you can. Let's see. Logging to begin. Dude, what bugs me? I have so many TikTok accounts, and I do not know the login for every one of them. That really bothers me. Let's see. So I can enter the laser rage.
One problem is like you can't see what I'm sharing because you're not on the live itself.
Well, I'm joining the live on my phone.
Yeah, yeah, you guess. Oh, you
Yeah.
are joined
So
already. You will be, I
no,
guess.
I will join. I
Okay.
was joined and then I left because I was trying to set up my own live. But I will join it. Come on. Technical difficulties.
All right. So now, all right. So I'm gonna reduce the resolution down to. Should I do
Of
that?
this camera, the in Riverside, because it's
Actually, no.
already.
No, not Riverside.
Oh man.
Go live. I'm going live with it.
Let's do it. There's only one way to find out if it works.
Oh, shoot. Why is it doing that?
All right, so cast iOS image camera. Oh, it's gonna be tricky because I already have one camera.
Do you see the screen now?
Yep. Well, no, not yet. Hang on, I lied. Let me find you here, Omar. Join your live. Yes, I see it. Oh, looks nice. I like that layout.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the audio comes in good on both ends. I know you're coming
Yeah.
in good on my end, so. All
Hey,
right.
Mac. Mac
Max
just
joined?
joined.
Where? Over here?
Yay! Mac just joined. Yeah, on the chat.
No. Oh, just on the chat?
Yeah, she's. Hey, yeah, you want to join in?
Oh, hi. Oh, she joined on TikTok chat. Yep.
Yeah.
The link is in Discord, Mac. I tell you, we're having
My.
tons of fun over here with Ayum.
Yeah.
Not, but I think we got to set up right now. I think so. All right. Yeah.
She got a good drink. Okay.
Oh, look at those likes you're getting, Omar.
Hmm?
Look at those likes.
Yeah, I know. Thanks for the likes, man.
So still nothing, huh?
Still nothing. And honestly, why do they wait so long?
Oh,
And
Mac
to
is so
this
nice.
point,
Look,
right?
she's
Why
liking
did you
everyone.
wait? You've had these. Like, why did you wait so long to count the votes? You already have some of the votes. Just count them. Oh, she can't hear me. Oh,
She
that she
cannot hear
can't
you?
hear me.
Why not? On TikTok? Hang on, hang on. Oh, you should be able to hear you. I'll turn on the audio. Say something. Oh, you should be able to hear you.
Hey,
I'll turn on the
no, you
audio. Say
can't hear
something.
me.
Oh, you should be able to hear you. Now I'm
Yeah,
just
you can't
echoing.
hear me.
It's
Hang
like
on, hang
echo,
on, hang
echo,
on.
echo. Hmm.
How about now?
Yeah, I can. Now it's good.
Okay.
Yep. And okay. I follow
But am
this
I gonna
guy
come
on
out twice
TikTok.
though?
This guy is really good.
Am I gonna come up twice though? Hey Mac, are you joining?
You're not coming out twice. There's only once.
Good. Is
I
Mac
had
joining
that
though?
drink. Look, I have my drink. I'm gonna have to refuel very soon. So,
What are you drinking?
it's classified. No,
Classic.
it's Crown Apple with
Apple
7 Up
juice.
apple juice. Yeah, Crown Apple juice. By the end of this election, I'm gonna be sleeping like a baby, no matter who wins.
Honestly, it doesn't really matter, right?
Well,
As a lot of people
that's the
say.
thing, though. It does. So, okay,
It does matter. It
it
does
matters
matter.
more, I think, for women than for us.
Yeah, that's true.
To be fair, right? To
Dude,
us, it's
every
like,
every morning I wake
okay,
up, every morning I wake up and my wife is just like, "What is do you guys have any problems?" We wake up with pains after having kids. Our body has been completely destroyed. Right? We
yeah,
don't look the same anymore. And I agree.
yeah,
And they've gone through hell, right? You can see the body has broken down over
right,
time. Especially if you have couple of kids, you're done. Like your body's not the same anymore. As we're men, we get to stay the way we were,
yeah,
relatively for age, of course.
exactly. So
Yeah,
I think this election is more consequential for women than it is for men.
yeah. Red all day. And Brown said red all day.
Red all day. Yeah. And you know what's funny too is that everybody has their own motives, and there isn't really right and wrong. You know what I mean?
I
In the end of the day,
grand scheme of
it's like arguing that the color purple it's prettier than the color black. It depends who you ask. It's subjective.
it is. Yes,
It is.
grand scheme of things, do we all matter? No. I mean, if you were to do you see that video where they zoom out into the universe and you're like, you're nobody? Sure, you know.
And
And also,
especially when you take it into account to like eternity, right? Like, does any of this matter? Like this second, it's like a lifetime is probably like a snap of a finger, and on
yeah,
an eternity scale, in the universe scale, it's like nothing.
dude, I was talking to somebody and that person was saying that their relatives, their siblings and stuff, they all died at like 40s and 50s, which is insane
Wow,
because
that is insane.
like
If I was
you're in
part
the
of
you're
that family, I'll be doing everything that I ever scared of, which is
right.
actually one of my biggest fear. It's like being in my deathbed, knowing I'm gonna die, and I'm like, I never jump off an airplane because I was too scared. And I didn't go on a roller coaster because I was too scared. And then you add the like a
You still haven't
minor,
gone
like
you've never done a roller coaster before?
so. Okay, I've done some. Like I don't know if you're familiar with the the dwarf one, like the seven dwarfs in Disney World. I done
In
that
Disney
one.
World? Okay, no, I've never
Yeah.
been to Disney World,
Thunder
so I don't know.
Mountain. I done Thunder Mountain, which was my first, and I was like, "Oh, this is not that bad." So I did that. I haven't done the one with the loop around. When they
Mm.
take you upside down. I've not done those yet. But I worry that
I've done tandem skydiving. That's like the most I've done. And I'll
you've
tell you
done
what,
that. How was the
yeah.
experience? Tell me. Like, were you super scared to like that moment where you step out of the airplane, all that wind rushing
I
your
wasn't
face?
thinking much. I wasn't young and young and gullible, right? I wasn't thinking much at the time.
How young and
Hey,
gullible?
Mick.
Hello.
How young?
What's going on? I like the hat.
Hmm.
Thank you. It was snowing today.
I haven't seen anything.
Is
Oh,
it really? Oh wow, it's crazy.
Yeah.
how come Mac is smaller on your TikTok, but she's the same in your
Because
Fed?
we got to expand it. Let me see if I can expand hers.
All right.
There. So now I got to reduce the
Did you check out the
image.
TikTok? It's looking really nice. It's looking
It does
really
look really
professional. I like
nice.
that. Yeah.
Should
I
I
like
turn
the
my
hat.
light on or is this lighting okay?
Lighting is okay. Uh, in this, what does it say? In this what?
In this
Your
moment.
hat.
In this what?
In this moment. Okay.
Yeah, it's a
In
band.
this moment, we decide our future of our nation. How's that?
And this is Breaking Benjamin. I got two different bands going on right now, but I had to grab a drink. I just got off work.
You just got off work? We got off work like what, 2-3 hours ago, Omar? Been doing this?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's 4:30 for
Oh,
me.
you know what?
so-
Oh, that's true.
My
It's only
bathtub.
4:30 for Mac. Yeah. So you got off
That's
work
true.
at the
That's
same
true.
time we did.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
My
What are you saying?
bathtub flooded.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. So I had to
Your
go to
bathtub
I had to go
flooded?
to Home Depot.
You should tell that
Yeah.
story. That's a funny story.
Well, my lovely wife. Yeah. You have the net, the little catcher thingy, right, at the drain. She decides to take it out because her hair clogs it up all the time. Okay, yeah, well, that's supposed to catch it, so then you can
That's
throw it
the
out every single
point, yeah.
time, right? That's the point. But she took it out, and then she keeps taking it out. And eventually, lost it. I never replaced it. And now, the bathtub is clogged. And I went in there with a stick, and went to Home Depot and got one of those things, and still hasn't. And of course,
The little
I
snake.
think her ears are
You got
burning.
the snake thing.
Yeah, you guys talk among each other. I gotta take this call from my wife.
All right.
Okay.
Don't forget to mute yourself.
My face is cut off on TikTok.
Yes, Omar has to fix that. I know, right? It's like the best face. Like we cannot cut that off.
Like,
How are we
come
supposed to
on,
get
that's what I'm
viewers?
here for, right? Just kidding.
I mean, let's be honest. Who wants to see two ugly guys? Nobody. Omar will fix it. Omar,
What? What happened? What happened?
Mac's face is cut off on TikTok. You have like I don't
Is
know
it really?
the Star
Oh,
Trek
it is.
guy
I'm
over
sorry.
there. You get the Star Trek guy over there. Patrick, what's his name? Oh God, what's his name? I forgot. Captain. God, never mind.
Okay.
Old age. Cut
Captain
up to me.
America? No.
I was like,
Captain America. No, Picard. Yeah, Captain Picard. Wait, what is this? This is a Reddit for what?
Huh?
What's this Reddit
It
for?
is Reddit, man. You've never been to Reddit before?
No, but why you have it up? How? What's the relation to the election? I guess that's what.
Oh, it's just stuff to look at.
Stuff to look at.
Just stuff to look at.
You know what we're
There's
talking
stuff
about
to look
today? You know how you wanted to play
Stuff
Call
to
of
look at
Duty
and waste time.
yesterday? You should have like just played Call of Duty. We can put like Call of Duty in the bottom, you know what I mean? And we can be talking and you playing Call of Duty.
Oh, in the background? Yeah.
yeah, in
just-
the background. Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
By the way, I played that today.
Yeah.
I played that a little bit today, and
You did?
yeah, I was gonna say during work, but I meant during lunch hour at work. That's what I meant. So during lunch hour at work, I played that, and it was pretty nice. Like I did a couple maps from multiplayer. So I'm like super high level right now, 4, level 4.
Nice,
But
nice.
yeah, and then I started the campaign. The campaign always amazes me how much action they throw into it. It's like all the car chases and the fire. It's like it's always like over the top. It's really fun. I like that.
I haven't played the campaign yet.
You haven't played the campaign yet? It's super good actually.
You know, a lot of
Yeah,
people
I guess
don't play the
chapter 4.
campaign. They go straight to the multiplayer. They just don't even
Oh
bother playing the
really?
campaign.
I play.
Yeah, it just
That's
depends.
Call of
I
Duty is
have
the
a
only
group
one I
of
really love
people.
campaign.
Yeah, just depends. Like I had a group of people waiting to play, so we just went straight in, kind of thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they have like the most like okay. So there's only one other game that exaggerates the campaign as much as Call of Duty. And I think that's like Just Cause. It's like over the top. Oh, or is it like Just Cause and Saints? What is it? Saints Row? Is it? I think Saints Row. That was a fun campaign too. Those two
Hmm.
games. But the campaign is amazing. It's all the special effects, like the car chases and stuff. It's really good. I
Yeah, I
didn't finish
ended
it.
up playing until like a little after midnight. So
And we fin. Yeah, that's not. You play like for an hour. Well, no, never mind. Your time is a different time zone than us. Yeah,
I'm
so
two
you play
hours
for like three,
behind
4 hours.
you.
Yeah, yeah. I keep forgetting because we finished yesterday like 11 my time.
Yeah, it was only 9 for me, so it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
So did you vote, Mac?
I did.
Wait. So you're Canadian, but do you live in the U.S.?
Yeah, I have dual citizenship.
So when you have dual citizenship, do you vote in both
Aaron
countries?
Aaron wants to know why we're voting blue. He wants to change our
Why?
mind. We already voted. We already voted. It's too late.
It's too late.
It's too late, brother. You have
Too
lost your
late.
chances.
Yeah, I did my ballot drop off yesterday.
Oh, I
Oh,
dropped
you
mine
did your
off like a
ballot,
week
yeah,
ago.
yeah,
But
man.
But I don't
I
know
was
uh,
if I
telling
can
Adrian
vote
that we had
in both.
nobody. We had nobody at the voting booth place.
Hmm.
It's pretty empty.
you know,
But
he lives in
Adrian, to
a.
answer your question, I don't know if I can vote in both. I've never voted for Canadian Prime Minister because I moved to the US when I was 16. So,
That's what's
Do you
funny
have
though,
dual
because
citizenship though?
mhm.
You do.
Yeah.
yeah, I have dual citizenship too, so U.S. and Brazilian. And if I don't vote in Brazil, they revoke all your rights in Brazil.
Oh.
So when I go back to Brazil visiting or something, if I want to open a bank account or buy a car or rent a house, whatever it is, I have to go to the election office, Department of Elections, and I have
Yeah.
to bring my account current, which means, oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't vote. I live in the US. I have to pay a fine, and then they put your record current, and so now you can do legal business. Like they basically disable would be the equivalent to your social security over here in the American. They'll basically put
Hmm.
a flag on it that you cannot do anything until that's
Oh.
fixed. So voting, it's not a privilege like here. It's mandatory in Brazil,
Oh.
which is different.
Okay.
Yeah, over here
How
it's
did that
kind of
work?
like
Like, if you didn't vote, what do they do? Jail
that
you?
they
Like,
block. You
fine
cannot
you?
do business. You basically stop. Like it's
Oh
the same thing as
wow.
your social security becomes disabled in Brazil. So you want to buy a house, you cannot buy a house. You want to rent a car, you cannot rent a car because they have the number. You're gonna go
Interesting.
buy something in the supermarket, like you gotta enter your social security number, and if that's disabled, I
Well, I
that's a little bit
don't
extreme.
think
You
it's
can
the
buy stuff
same
in the
in
supermarket, but
Canada because I still have free healthcare there. So I've
You can go back.
actually
you need
I've
dental work.
actually like taken
Canada
a
here.
US like doctor bill, sent it to my mom and they like covered it except for like the
Oh
currency
wow,
exchange.
really?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
What the? He says my wife said if Harris wins, I get laid tonight. Seriously?
What happened?
It says if Harris wins, uh, his wife is telling him he's gonna
Oh,
get laid tonight.
so somebody wants to change our mind. That I think he should try.
Wow, he's too late. We already voted. I told him he left.
He
he
left.
left.
You're alienating your audience, man. Hey.
Well, they're gonna have to join us, and that's just
Oh, like in,
you
in
know,
the in the chat.
it's hard to do that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
if
like the
it's
layout
for
on TikTok though. You actually did a good job.
Thank you. I just a lot of sweats and tears went into it.
Christ.
I'm gonna turn my
Man.
light on. I feel like it's dark in here.
I feel like you were in a different workstation than yesterday.
I'm in
But
my
your
work
chair is
office.
different.
I'm in my
Yeah,
work
things
office.
look different.
Yeah. The background
Oh
is
yeah, yeah. I'm
different.
like, wait a minute, the walls are closer.
Yeah.
The walls
Yeah,
are really
I'm not at
close.
my gaming station because since it's right next to my fiance's, he was like, "Can you do your podcast stuff like in your work office? Because then I can like play games and not be in your background." Here we are.
Oh man,
So he
Good thing I
kicked
have
you
my
out,
that's
Christmas.
funny.
basically. Yeah. We should do one day, like all join like a gaming session. That would be fun. Me,
I'm so
you,
down.
get Omar to like download Call of Duty.
Only problem is you two don't have kids. Like I'm already being called to go upstairs help out. So oh
But that's
man,
why you bring video gaming to the equation. It's
Mhm.
quality family time,
It
with the kid.
is.
It's like
dude,
here, push it
my
here to
son,
shoot.
I mean, he's already obsessed with
he is
Fortnite. Let's play with him.
Yeah,
he's he's way too obsessed. Like this morning, he was crying to play.
yeah.
Right?
See,
We're just like, no, you can't. This is the reason why
let's
we
be
can't
honest.
play
In a
game all
match
the
of
time.
Fortnite, who would win, you or your son?
Probably me, because my son's still learning. He's 6. He
When's the
hasn't
last
played
time you
very long.
played Fortnite?
Uh, couple months ago, my friend's
Oh, yeah,
machine.
that's
I
not
have I
that
don't
bad.
play
Not as
myself.
bad as I thought,
Yeah,
though. Yeah.
yeah. But I don't have. I mean, we downloaded it on my machine only because he wanted to play it on Xbox. So
That's not too bad. I thought you were gonna say like a
yeah,
couple of years ago. I was like, no, he'll definitely beat you at it.
Mhm.
you know what though? Like he just goes to practice mode and plays. He doesn't actually go into
Oh, the actual
yeah.
matches.
He
Because of bad
plays when
language and stuff like that, right? He's only like what, 5,
he's
Well, you can
6.
mute people.
6?
You can
What was
turn
that?
off your game chat.
Oh, that's true as
Yeah,
well.
it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit, we're at 321 likes. Who the hell's giving us likes?
Me.
Oh,
Oh,
Max
was that
did a
you?
bunch
You
of
just kept tapping at it.
them.
You
Yeah.
should keep
it is.
tapping it. Just get the tapper.
Get the tapper.
Yeah. And you can use multiple digits to tap. See, not just one finger. You can go like this.
No.
No,
No,
it
this
doesn't
is
work
faster.
sometimes.
Oh, you
It's
Yeah.
work for
faster. Yeah,
me.
yeah. I've tried
This
it.
is
It's actually
faster.
much faster. Yeah.
Oh, single tap is faster. Oh,
Mhm.
it
Yeah.
is.
Hmm. Yeah, and I've seen those people use that little device. Have you seen those? And it's a tapper.
Oh,
You can
really?
check
They
the
actually
frequency.
use a
Yeah, that's
tap.
crazy. Yeah, I would think
Mhm.
TikTok would catch up on that, right? And
Yeah.
not allow you to do it. But because the more likes you get, the more you get
More
recommended on
visibility,
the
yeah, to other
yeah.
people.
Mhm.
Exactly.
But you can cheat on that, so like Mac
Yeah.
is doing.
Hey, you gotta start somewhere, you know?
So
Yeah.
I
that's
do this
true.
for my streamer friends all the time. So
Oh, do you really? They're so
yeah,
used to it. It's funny.
I'm used to it.
I feel like your live is still being blocked somehow,
Um.
or we're really boring.
Well, the thing is, like about TikTok is that it's a lot of people they tend to join controversial stuff, right?
Mhm.
You
Well,
know, that stuff does really well, but
so you
we're
should
not all
have
about
named your
that.
live like Trump socks.
Jeez. Yeah, that's gonna get some people.
See, I mean, even if it's hate speech, right?
Yeah,
That's not what we're about, Adrian. Okay.
yeah. We're
So
the
who?
blue team. we're not that kind of people.
Oh, okay, man. So you're saying we're weak? We gotta go on offensive sometimes, you know?
But we're playing defense too much. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
screw the defensive stuff. Being always like the good people. No, we gotta be mean sometimes too.
Mean in a good way. Like what's that cartoon? Kung Fu Panda. He's mean, but he's
Mhm.
like in a good way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not called the rural country garbage, okay? Like Puerto Rico, we don't do that.
What's funny is that they
Puerto Ricans are
they
really.
start walking around wearing garbage bags, dude. Like what?
Oh, that was
You,
his son, right? Eric Trump or
yeah, he
something
did
like
that too.
that.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
all did it. A lot of people did. Look at Trump.
yeah. Sometimes they do some things that it just doesn't compute. Why would you do that? Like for example, when Melania went to I think like a hurricane place like Puerto Rico, right? They had the
Yeah,
hurricane, and she went with a big jacket that says "I don't care." It's like, why would you do that?
because it gets headlines. You
Hmm.
know,
But
I,
still, I mean,
honestly, so was listening to Joe Rogan, and he was basically saying like, why do people, even himself, right?
yeah,
Like nowadays, it's all about the headlines. You if you can get the eyes out there and you get um um benefited from it, right? You get more exposure as a result. Then what's the downside? Like all publicity is good publicity at this point, right?
downside is you get shot in the ear and almost die. That's a downside
That's
because
debatable.
people hate you.
I
Yeah.
was like, did he really get shot in the ear though?
Yeah,
Oh, you guys think it's like planned?
who knows, man? Who knows?
Oh, and that's interesting. I
Yeah.
mean, it certainly brings
Ni- we have Niger here. It's Trump 2020 keeps popping back in. It's the Trump 2020. Got a
Mm.
cannon shooting some small uh, what is whatever that is.
I see a bunch of Trump with like a bunch of white out things.
Yeah, yeah. It's not the white. It's tank.
It's
It's
whited
white
out for
on
me.
me.
Why is it white out for you? It's probably not.
It's
It's
big
probably
for
because an
you.
iPhone. iPhone sucks.
I'm not on an iPhone. Has whited out.
Aha.
Really?
Yeah,
But
Oh, you know what
asking
it
you
what?
is.
probably only see it because
Okay,
it's
I know why. I know why. Because your background is also white, right? The chat is white, isn't it?
Yeah, my chat is white. What color is your chat?
yeah.
Well, on the screen on the laptop, it's black, so it stands out as a result.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
You're just
Maybe.
seeing heart, Trump, and then explosion.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, yeah, and we see a bunch of white boxes.
And yeah, and Nigel doesn't realize that that doesn't look right for everybody else. It just looks like something happened to him.
Yeah. Talk about that. What is it? The poll, the first poll is gonna close in 6 minutes and 3 seconds.
Oh shit, really? Which one?
Yeah, yeah. Next poll to close soon. 5 minutes now. Yeah. And let's see. Exit early exit polls is showing that 61% of Americans thinking that this country's best days are in the future. So that goes to show you 31% says the best days are in the
They say
past.
that about every election, though.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's 31%. That's typical, right?
31% says our best days
That's your
are
average.
past. Yeah. And 61% says our best days is still yet to come. Oh, so less than 1 minute ago, Harris' team analyzed concern about bomb threats at Georgia polling places. So
Did
apparently
they
there are
get bomb
bomb.
threats already?
I guess they did. That's what they're saying.
Oh wow.
Let's see. Pennsylvania judge orders county election officials to not to do hand counting of votes.
How would
Like,
you? I mean,
well, it says, that's interesting.
I like the logo, by the way. It looks good.
You like it?
yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah, I did it all by
it has
myself.
a
I,
little.
ty- I, I
It
type it
has a little
all
cheddar on it.
into yeah, I type all into the AI prompt myself.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, thank you. So happy you said that. Uh,
Some hard work
yeah,
right there.
actually, I used the designer, Microsoft Designer, and it did a pretty good job. For like pretty much the first try. I was like, oh, and I
That's
described
nice.
what it's supposed to be about, and it just did that. I was like, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, you're right. Breaking bomb threats at Georgia polling location
Yeah.
being called from Russia. It's being called in from Russia. That's just insane.
Wow. Well,
Yeah, did you see that like
yeah,
some people are stealing like ballots out of mailboxes and crap?
yeah. I mean, they were
Well, they
setting
were
on
also
fire
like
earlier.
burning them down, right? They're
Yeah,
also burning
Yeah,
them down.
correct.
it's insane.
Yeah. We all know who Babushka wanted to win the election, right? Yeah. There's
We have Pineapple here saying if you vote blue, boo. Man, that's the most you'll get out of this
so
election.
hard to read
Not a
chat,
whole lot.
though.
Why is that? Because of the overlay?
Yeah, because the overlay is white and the text is white. So you might want to change the bottom overlay. Can you change it, put it like a black?
The bottom one right here, this right of like
Yeah.
the podcast one.
Yeah.
I could just remove it.
Mm,
Let me just
Can you
remove it.
just change like are you able to change the text color? I'm not sure about like the mod side of TikTok.
I don't think you can
Oops.
change the text color. I think it depends on the user. But by default, it's white.
All right, so see, I put it in black now. Should be able to see better now, right? The text.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's way better. For comments, yeah, it's a lot better. Yep. That's perfect,
That looks
actually.
I'm also a
Perfect,
mod
perfect,
for
perfect.
streamers in my part time, so
Hey, I
I
should be
do a
able to
little bit
add you.
everything.
Let me add you as mod. Where's my mod? Multi-guess.
You
I
know, I'll
don't
be
want to mess
grateful
with this right
tomorrow.
now.
No more election commercials. I'm so tired of them. I miss it, like the.
I don't watch
Uh,
TV. See, I don't have that
I don't
problem because I don't watch
watch TV
oh,
TV.
either.
Yeah. My
I
neighbor came up to me. He's like, "Oh man, these commercials are getting bats. Like it's
yeah.
crazy."
I miss
I'm like, I
the
can't relate because I don't watch
dishwasher
TV.
soap, like the Dawn commercials and like regular, I don't know, chips commercial,
Give me the
Lay's
Super Bowl
commercial,
commercials,
Coca
please.
Cola. Just give me anything but election. Push some sugar on me. Anything, really.
You know what's crazy though? People are saying they've started since early in the morning, and the lines have already been like longer than they've ever been before.
Oh, really?
Right? Yeah, that's pretty astonishing. But then
It's a
I go to
very
my polling place; it's
controversial,
like empty completely. I don't
like
know
a
what
very
that says about
controversial
Pennsylvania.
election. So
So Aeteo says Trump is demolishing Kamala. I wonder how he knows that because the polls, just
Or
gonna close. The
you know
first
how?
poll is gonna close now in 8 seconds.
It's Russia, man. Russia is already doing all that work.
But what's the point now? It's too late now. Whoever voted already voted, right? Now it's just bragging.
You gotta.
So first poll
There's
closed.
always that fake news stuff, right?
That's
yeah,
true.
you know,
But it's inconsequential now.
Dems are down by 2 million votes. How do you know that?
I know, right? Yeah, that's where's the source?
Please provide your sourcing.
Yeah,
He says
I like no,
damage
I
only
like to
up
see
to.
the news. Actually, I love to read the news.
All the news are like not saying much, which is surprising. They're just
I
talking
mean, the
about like,
poll just closed, so the results are going to start coming in now.
Yeah, we've got
Well, not even now, right? They have to transfer to the county sites and stuff like that, and so it takes a little bit. Take it like by
you
eight
know,
o'clock.
I was talking to somebody. It's like, why don't they have electronic voting? And then I thought about it.
I know.
You
Yeah.
can have electronic voting because it would take away the whole extravaganza out of it, all the money you can make out of it, all the travels and um, you know rallies you have, and people make money off of that. There's so much money to be made in this event that you cannot undo it ever. I don't think,
Oh,
unless maybe in the future.
so there are some results already.
Mhm.
339,000 votes for Trump, 191,000 votes for Harris so far.
Oh well, there you go. Well, maybe
Yeah.
use on the right money.
So far, I mean, yeah,
I
there's
don't see
already
the, being down of over 2 million votes yet, but
no, yeah,
Well,
it's not
yeah,
a
but
million, but and it depends which state did that too, right?
I
So
mean, they're known for a little bit of exaggeration, right? Oh, maybe a lot. 2 million's a far cry.
jumping off feeling one difficult. Okay, let's see.
I
First
just wish
projections
it
of
was
the
like
night.
actually calculating individual votes versus like per state, because my vote doesn't really count being in the state that I'm in. There's no way that it's gonna make a
What stage
difference.
are you in?
Utah.
Utah. So it's red state.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is Florida, so we're in the same boat.
Wait, so check this out. Trump is already apparently filing a lawsuit. Like he's
I'm
already
ready.
started it.
Why?
Yeah.
All right.
Because I guess he thinks he's not gonna lose,
Oh God, I don't even know what
right?
state this is because the map just shows the color. So I think like, oh man, what's the state? Oh shoot. Can you go CNN? Can you put CNN up? The map, the electoral
CNN.
map.
Hang on. Um, CNN. No.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
okay, hang on. I have this. I
Yeah.
have this.
So it
Oh,
is Kentucky. Kentucky so far, Trump is winning 71% so far.
Yeah.
But it's only
Vermont.
that's
8% of the
expected though,
vote.
right? Isn't Kentucky
Yeah.
expected red? That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also Indiana, 61-37. 14% of the vote counting Indiana. Florida, there's some numbers for Florida. Donald Trump is, oh, they're not looking good right now. But yeah, those are all states that, it's typically red anyway. So
Expected. Yeah.
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 So that's what pisses Trump off, right? Where he starts because it starts counting. Usually, like the red states, like report first. In
Mhm.
metropolitan areas, takes longer to report and stuff like that. So then he sees himself winning, and then suddenly, Democrats like jump ahead, and he's like, "Oh, fraud! It's fraud! It's election fraud!" You know what I mean?
Well, that's what happened
Because
last time.
that's
What
what
happened
happened
last
last
time.
time, and it pisses him off because he cannot understand that it's just the way that they're counting the votes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but this is getting
Well, see,
exciting now.
there was a post I saw that they're talking about if Trump loses, the whole family's gonna move. Where are they gonna go to?
Oh, like it going
Russia,
to
I guess.
exile. Yeah. I mean, for him, it's personal, right? Because if you lose, you go to jail. You cannot go to jail as a
Right.
sitting president. And I doubt he would go
Right.
to jail, but he'll probably get a house arrest, which in his case, he
I
has
mean,
so many
we have that
houses.
double
Yeah,
standard, right? We have the double standard
yeah,
of
we definitely do.
laws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
It's a
mean, his
felony
house
to
arrest,
do
he has so
anything
much room
except
to
for if you're
roam.
president, apparently.
Yeah. He can play golf in his
What'd you
golf
say, Meg?
course.
Repeat.
Yeah.
I said, as a felon in the U.S., you can't do anything except for if you're running for president. Apparently,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
you
I
can get
guess
denied
the
a
founding
job.
fathers never thought about it. They're like, wait, a felon can run,
You see, they trusted
and
the people to make choices, right? But I guess they never
right.
like fan
Hey,
them
if
like,
you
hey,
can't if
nobody's
you
gonna
can't
vote
work at
for a felon.
McDonald's as a felon, you shouldn't be able to
Right.
become a president as a felon.
That's what I'm
That's
saying. Like, you can
Yeah.
get denied a job as a felon just for being a felon, but you can run for president. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. You can actually be in prison and be elected for president. In prison, serving
Insane.
time.
what
Think about that.
that never has happened before though, right?
It has
Actually,
never
no. Wait,
happened
wait. Other
before,
countries
but
have. Not here,
technically,
but other countries. I think I've.
yeah.
I remember a Burmese prime minister. She was in. Yeah, she was locked down. She was
But
in
usually those are political
jail for some time.
persecutions, though, right? They're not
That's
real.
true. That's true. That's
Yeah,
true. That's
not
true.
real
Yeah.
criminals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh man, it's gonna be like so. Indiana and was it Kentucky? Those two are coming in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is
14
expected.
and 8. 13% of Florida, so 58 and 41. I thought Florida was really close last year. But it also depends on the counties they're reporting. So right now it's like really rural Florida, like really in the middle of the state and stuff. None of the Miami, Orlando, or the Tampa areas where it's very democratic. Let's see. It's gonna be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Every election, I just sit here, watch TV until like I go to sleep after they declare a winner, and then I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I follow.
Well,
I don't
last
know.
one they declared it when they took a long time to declare it, right? Because
It was
the
a
No, I think
long
it
time.
was 1 o'clock or something like that, right? 1 a.m. or something like that. It wasn't
with the
multiple
Georgia
days.
thing, the whole Georgia thing.
Oh,
No,
no,
not
Yeah,
that was
because there was
after.
like a
They came,
recount or whatever, right?
that came after, right? But the actual projection, because they do a projection and then they declare a winner, and then one station does it, and then they all sort of follow suit.
yeah.
Louisville is
Should we,
democratic.
people are like, what should we be doing after she wins? Cookouts.
Kamala,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be drinking all the shots.
All
dude, I did
shots.
not get enough alcohol. I have like a little bit left.
I have a ton because we do an annual Halloween party, so I got a lot of
Uh,
liquor left over.
yeah, I should have gone out and got some alcohol. Talk about alcohol. I'm gonna make something to eat. I'm hungry.
Wait,
And I'm
you want
starting off with a
speaking of
tequila
alcohol, you want to
victory.
eat?
Oh, and also
See,
liquor.
I'm not a big fan of the canned stuff. This,
What is that? Mum
yeah.
water? No, it looks like mum water, but it's not.
It's called a Jamaica hibiscus cocktail. It's with
Oh,
tequila.
Mm.
ooh, sounds
I
interesting.
saw tequila, and so
Yeah, like sold.
They had you at tequila.
I don't care. Oh, okay. I read this on the news today. This is kind of interesting since this whole election is about women in nature, right? A lot of controversial stuff.
Mhm.
Um, this group of students came up with a nail polish. Apparently, if you wear it and then if you go clubbing and stuff like that, whatever your
You can
concern
test
is,
your
I don't
drink.
want to say the word. Yeah, you can test your drink by dipping in the
Mhm.
nail to make
Oh,
sure it's
really?
not
Yeah.
Nice.
poisonous. Yeah,
Hmm. That's pretty neat.
which is pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're thinking like a lot of people are saying, well, efficacy of it is questionable because it's not as simple as dipping, nail polish. And nail polish itself has to be, wearable and it has to stick there. So it means that whatever thing thickener you have to put in there to stabilize it on your nail may not be as,
Mhm.
you know, I don't
Also,
know.
there's the hygienic aspect of it, right? So your nail's supposed to be the dirtiest thing in your hands and stuff too.
I mean, at
Like
this point,
every
if you have fear of being RIP,
germ.
right, are you worried about hygiene at that point?
Right. I'd
You know.
rather dip my finger in my drink. At least it's
True.
my own. Like I know where my hands have been, you know?
But
Yeah, it's true.
that also says a lot about why do women even have to worry about that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I was
why is
gonna
that
say, like,
even
the fact that we have to invent something that like that is insane.
just to protect you, right? And it's one of many many complaints about my men my wife has, and I just sit there like, listen, like, I'm sorry,
You don't have to
can't.
be sorry. It's not like you're the one doing it.
Yeah. I'll
I'm
be
not
right
No,
back.
she's
one
like,
for
you should hear her. She's
I
like,
don't
men are the
hate on
problem,
all
men.
men. I don't hate on all men just for some minority of them, you know.
But predominantly, if you look at all the issues around the world, it's started pretty much by men,
Oh yeah.
right? And then all the trafficking and everything else, and they all tie back to a man, and it's unfortunate. I don't understand. I don't know. I
Well,
don't
you
have an
gotta
answer
think
for it.
it ties back to men as well because women didn't have any control for so long either. So you gotta look at that aspect as well.
That's true. That's true.
Would we be in the same situation if women started with all the control? Who knows? We could.
I guess you could. I mean, yeah.
I mean,
I
I don't
guess
personally think so, but
I,
it
I
is a
think
possibility.
yeah, but women in nature are you just don't have it in you, right? Your genetic
Yeah.
makeup won't allow you to be that aggressive like men are. Like
Yeah,
men
it's
are
usually
born to just go
environmental
out
or
there and
your
just yeah.
yeah, usually when a woman results, in that manner, it's due to environment or stress or being pushed over the edge, kind of thing.
Misinformation.
That too.
But honestly, like I see my son, my daughter, and my daughter is like she can be aggressive too, very aggressive. She's the one who
Oh
like
yeah.
punches my son around, right? Like, and she's 3 years younger. But at the same time, my son can be very stubborn, right? So it's like it goes it goes both ways, I suppose.
Yeah.
Always coming around, poking her, and just to get her attention, and then complaining that
The
she's hitting him.
reaction.
Yeah, just it's yeah.
I
But
understand. I have
I
six brothers.
honestly, like after the Diddy situation, like these kind of things. Before one of my brother-in-law, he said if he had a daughter, he would not be able to survive just because how strict he is as a person. Just he wouldn't be able to do it. Luckily he has two boys. Um, but I'm learning. I'm realizing more and more as I go places, and I'm just thinking, if my daughter is out right now, she needs to have a tracker, bear spray,
Mm-hmm.
one of those yeah, electric shocker thingy, uh, um, a knuckle brace, or something like all of those above, right? Why? Why do I have to worry about that of my daughter, but I'm not worried about that for my son?
Yeah.
I don't have an answer for that. Uh, and as a young father, like I start thinking about like what kind of person am I going to be? Am I going to restrict her? Am I going to not allow her to flourish because I'm worried about all those things? What kind of environment do we live in that we have to even think about that? I just
Yeah. Right? It's like, do you suppress your child because of the world we live in? Or do you let them
yeah.
flourish but you still have to try and protect them at the same time?
Yeah, I'll tell you, my wife, for example, and my sister-in-laws, they were, and my sister also, but at the same time, I protected my sister. Being an Asian family, um, women are quote unquote protected, right?
Hmm.
Heavily. And so my wife said, like, she never was able to, as a child growing up, explore the world in her own eyes because she's always been told she can't go there, she can't go here, she can't do this, she can't wear that. She's extremely
Mm-hmm.
suppressed, right? And which had huge impact as an adult now and as a mother and trying to like navigate what that means for her own kids. I had a huge argument with my uh, brother-in-law, her brother, who was extremely protective of her when they were growing up. Yeah, even raised hands on her and stuff because because they were trying to go out, even go to movies and stuff, and they would have to lie about going to movies with sisters together, not even look with anybody else. And so uh, I can't imagine what kind of impact that has on a person uh, development. And for a female, being able to express is a big important part of development and something we try
Mm-hmm.
not to suppress. So if my daughter wants to go yell at us, we just let her do it. She's screaming her head off, slapping us, we just let her all out, girl.
Let it out, because unfortunately, as you grow up, it's still just as frustrating.
Yeah, yeah, and my wife is going through that time of the month now, right? And all I hear is this screaming going on with against the kids, and um, something that we don't go through. We don't have that ovulation thing and then period
Mhm.
thing, and there's like there's no break. You get like a 1 week break, and then you start all over again next month, right? And I never understood that. Even after so many years of our marriage, 9 years of marriage, I have never understood that fully until recently. I'm like paying attention more and more of like what's happening around her. It's something we need to teach. I mean, I'm gonna be, and my wife and I talk about this all the time. Like, we need to teach our sons of this kind of things
That's the
that
most important.
impacts. Yeah, it's
Hmm.
important. You know, it's true. Like they talk about, oh, tell the woman to cover up this and that, but why don't you tell the sons to cover? Not to think that way or to even pursue a woman in that manner or in
Yeah.
in those eyes, right?
Why is it the woman's responsibility?
Yeah, it's tough because I used to be like, oh, why is she at the club if she doesn't want to? And then I thought about it like that's a really bad way of thinking. Like,
I mean, why
I
does
mean,
anyone go to the club? They want to drink, dance,
yeah,
have a good time.
I'll say, and I'll be honest here. When I was in Penn State and I used to go to frat parties and stuff like that, eh, I one of the things I remember was like slapping girls. It's just, and then they were fine with it. But it's like now thinking about it, if my daughter was to go to these frat parties, and do I want a
Hmm.
dude slapping a girl around? Right? That's you don't think about that until
Right.
that
And were they
happens.
fine with it, or were they conditioned to be fine with it?
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
okay, good point.
Good
Are they
question.
conditioned? I guess they're conditioned to be fine with it,
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
but normally you wouldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
But it could also be it could also be that you're fine with it because you're in the zone, right? You're in the party
Oh, for
zone.
sure.
But if you're
Yeah.
outside walking around, I don't think you would invite somebody just slapping you.
No.
That
Yeah.
would be,
There's always different situations, and some people are fine with it, but you know,
Hmm.
boundaries are hard.
yeah.
But yeah,
Is that Michelle?
I
Is that Michelle? Right? Hi,
definitely
Michelle.
agree. I mean, we do a great job at educating women, but we don't educate men on women. Like,
That is true.
you know.
What makes it worse is that especially in the South Asian countries, boys are seen as like this grand, person in the whole family because they're the ones who pull financially, and so they can do no wrong a lot of times. And that has an impact on how women feel in that family dynamic, right? The girls who are like, wait a minute, he gets to do whatever he wants. You
Hmm.
give him the bigger, what's the saying, like the big piece of the pies for the dad or something, one of those things,
Hmm.
right? Like, and growing up, like the daughters get nothing. And in fact, in a lot of the cultures, daughters get from inheritances, daughters get almost nothing, like fraction compared to the boys
Hmm.
or the guys.
But that's because of what they've been subjected to, right? Like, oh, you cannot work, in the past, right? Now they have more freedoms,
Well, there. So we had
which
a
increases their value. or
One other
perceived
thing
value,
is,
right? Because everybody has
Yeah.
value. So
well, traditionally the idea is that you get married, you go to a man, and man has property. So you know that's how it works, right? And then
Mhm.
woman and in that family, respectively, the man would have property as well, and then a woman benefit from those properties. But they never want to consider that, hey, what about my share from my dad? They don't want to give them
Right.
that because they want to
Mhm.
give to the son only, you know.
Well, nowadays it's not always the man making the money.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
not anymore. Not
Yeah.
anymore, right? And that I think that's also scaring a lot of the old school people, um, because they're not used to female being in charge of anything. Um, like if you look at India, for example, a lot of if you look at like Tata and what's the other one, Wipro, a lot of the contractors, the managers are female. Surprisingly, a lot of them are female.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And that's why I also think like if Kamala wins, gonna send a really strong message to like girls and little girls and that they can actually do anything they want to
yeah,
do. It's gonna be great. So I'm rooting for her because I hope it's about time we have a female president.
yeah.
I think.
It's time, right? It's like
We're
it's
in
time.
Mhm.
2024. Like it's time.
You guys
It
want to know
should
fun
not
fact?
be.
Fun
Yes.
fact. Um, Bangladesh, where I'm originally from, being a country of, even though it's democracy, but it has a lot of it's known for corruption, like one of the most corrupt countries in the world, right? Top 10 easily, even top 5 even, I think. And yet it had female prime ministers for decades. Isn't it wild? And the
That's wild.
country's 98% Muslim.
Huh.
Oh wow, that is surprising.
That is surprising.
All right, so it looks like I gotta end our chat. I gotta go upstairs to help out the kids and stuff. But yeah, nice chat, man.
And it's just starting.
I know, and I gotta go because I have kids.
Are you gonna be able to join like later?
Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know. Well,
Yeah, I just came back,
I know. What were you
and I
eating?
got a refill. So. Mm.
It's Michelle, right? Michelle, is that you? Is that how you say your name? I don't know. 'Cause I'm so bad at like Michael and Michelle. I don't know the differences sometimes.
Where's Michelle?
She's in the chat, hanging out with us. One other person,
Well, how's it spelled?
Michelle, right? That's
Yeah,
Michelle.
Michelle.
That's
Yeah.
Michelle. Well, sucks. I gotta end, but the fun has to end somewhere.
You can even run and come back.
No, I can't. I gotta go help out. It's gonna take some time. Dinner,
All right, well,
Oh, they already had their dinner, but like, they have school again tomorrow, so I gotta help out with the brushing and putting them to bed, bedtime stories, and maybe a little bit yelling in here and there because they're not going to sleep. The typical,
The huge.
the usual, the usual. That's it. All right, I might be back. I don't know. We'll see. But
Right.
I'll see you later. Okay.
Yep. See you later.
Bye. Bye, Michelle. Uh,
I'm looking for the election map. I cannot find it.
TikTok is not letting me end it.
See, you're not supposed to go.
Yeah,
It's
TikTok's like
election night.
you're not going anywhere.
It's prime time. It's like if Joe Rogan, right, himself called it quits in the middle of a podcast.
All right, I finally got off.
Hmm.
And
Still going for
then
me.
people are still joining somehow, and then how do they?
Uh, let's see if we have any more votes coming in.
All right, guys, I gotta jump. You guys can still hang out. I don't. We'll see if I come back later or not.
Okay.
I'll talk to you in a bit.
For the
See
kids
ya.
to sleep. Say, go to sleep. It's election night.
Yeah, right. All right, guys.
See ya.
Take care.
Bye.
Oh, Virginia is coming in now. 52-46. Oh, only 2% the vote. So that doesn't really count.
Yeah.
Mm. And I thought we were going to be here all night.
I know. That was
Oh.
abrupt.
I know. Oh, you know what it is? I know what it is. I don't know if I can say. Because it's going to go on YouTube channel. But his wife is mad at him.
Oh, why?
It's that time of the month.
He
I
was just
think.
saying that, so it's fine.
Yeah. So Trump, 16%, 70% for Kentucky. That's really red state.
Yeah.
Indiana, 18% the votes,
I think I
62%.
saw like Wyoming is major red and Nebraska like extreme
Wyoming.
red.
Wasn't
Yeah.
my wife was telling me Iowa, I think, was a surprising. The exit polls were saying that Harris would win Iowa, which is
Huh.
strange. I saw that a few days ago, I think.
But honestly, I have run across several like Republican Party members that just will not vote for Trump anymore. So, I mean,
Mm. So people with common sense. I did not
mhm,
know there was people like that left in the world, but it's good to see that
there
there is.
are some out there.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I just some of his policies are not bad. I give him them.
Yeah,
Some of them,
I
although I
guess
don't know how much is what do you call fluff. Just like
exactly.
or how
You
much is
can
actually real.
present something but not necessarily go through with it. That's just
Right,
politics.
exactly. Yeah, like stuff like China. Like I don't think we should be dependent in China like we are. Stuff like that.
Mhm.
Completely agree. Should bring all manufacturing jobs here. Like
Yeah.
because we all
I just
know.
will not vote for a dictator. It's
Yeah,
never gonna
yeah, like
happen.
this stuff like dictator day one and stuff like that. That's just. I mean, if he made sense, he would definitely win. Like for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, without like going to how you call it, like the fringe side. You know what I mean? Like yeah, to the
Hmm.
extremes. If he was more like a there's a word for that, like centered, right? Like instead of being like right, and left, you being like more like
I'm
conservative, like
definitely
a middle
centered.
conservative, center conservative. He'll definitely win.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not.
Yeah, it sucks that, a lot of people aren't necessarily left or right. A lot of people are center, but you
Yeah,
can't vote that way because it's never going to happen. And
yeah.
that's like the shitty part. You have to vote for the two main parties if you want your vote to count.
And I think that's the major problem that we have. It's two major parties. Like you don't have like a bunch of parties. Like you go to other countries, there's many parties. There's the
Mhm.
Green Party. There is the Worker Party. There is there's
Yeah.
yes, there's a few major ones, but it's not one or two. It's like three or four or five major parties, and then you have a more balanced results and stuff like
That's
that over
why
here.
I would like to see the system change for sure. It would be nice to actually count individual votes versus, states.
That too, and I'm a little more extreme when it comes to that. Okay, because my thought is the following: democracy is great. However, why do I need to elect somebody that's going to represent what I want? Why can I not, in a digital age, represent what I want myself?
Yeah.
For example, if there is a law to legalize marijuana, I'm perfectly capable of voting yes or no for that. So is
Mhm.
everybody else in the state or the country. Let the people vote, and then whatever majority is, 60%, do that.
Yeah.
Right now, it's very hard for a corporation to bribe half of the population or 60% of the population to vote one way, but it's very easy to bribe like a handful of, you know, politicians. Super
Hmm.
easy to do. So yeah, that's the way I think
No,
the
agreed.
time of representation by somebody else, I think it has passed, but might be too extreme.
We need
Yeah,
to evolve. That's all I'm
exactly.
saying. We need to
Yeah, and
evolve.
digital voting too. It's like, you know, just do what do you call the like Bitcoin. What's that wallet? You know
Yeah,
what I'm
like
talking about?
crypto or yeah.
Yeah, but you do the. There's a name for it, right? Which escaped my mind now because probably because of the Sprite I'm drinking. Um, the ledger, right? The
Hmm.
yeah, that's still not the right name for it, but it has to do with the ledger, the way it keeps tracks of transactions and stuff like that. So they should do that. Just everything digital. Let's
I
see.
know. I was thinking. I was like, think of how many more votes you would get if everyone can just vote from home. They don't have to. I mean, yeah, there's the mailing and all that, but not very many people use the mailing system these days.
So that's also a political thing, right? Strategic, where if everybody were to vote, I think Democrats would win all the time. If like,
Hmm.
you know, majority of the population voted, they would win. That's why Republicans like frown upon, you know, increasing polling stations and stuff like that because they don't want everybody to vote and they don't want the disenfranchised people to vote. You know, they want like the older folks that usually vote early. You know, they don't
Yeah.
want the people that, you know, the suburbs or the projects go voting and stuff like that because they know which way it's going to go. So they try to intimidate people from voting and discourage, I guess that's the word.
Yeah. Looks like West Virginia's red. That's not a shocker.
No, but it's just started though.
Oh yeah. This is
So
gonna
this is
go for a while.
projections right now at this point, right? It's all projections.
Hmm.
Yeah. It looks like Virginia is pretty close so far with 2% of the votes. 49.7, 48.8. Right now, it's only a difference of 1,000 votes.
It's crazy.
South Carolina, not looking very good for South Carolina. Georgia with 8%. Oh, that's not looking good either. You know, because Georgia it was a swing state, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it all depends on what counties are reporting in and stuff. Florida voting results 52 for Trump, 46 for Kamala. Come on. Man, all this naming got me confused what to call her. Kamala. Kamala, right?
Hmm.
Uh,
You can just
uh,
say Harris.
Harris.
That's
Yeah, Harris
easier.
is easier. People confuse me. Uh,
Yeah,
man.
it's gonna be a long night.
Oh, yes, it will be. We should play Call of Duty and do this. Yeah. Uh-oh, low browser storage. I guess it stopped recording for me because of my browser storage.
Oh,
I did not know like saves it locally before it uploads, I guess. Huh.
I mean, makes sense. So you can like edit it and whatnot.
Yeah, so you can get like real let's see, wing 3. I gotta clean up some space too. Winder stat. It's my favorite this space analyzer, Winder stat. I gotta delete a bunch of stuff. That's where I go to. C64. So what's the best map in Call of Duty? 6. Call of Duty 6.
Mm,
Is it still Nuketown?
I despise Nuketown, but people love it.
You don't like
Um,
Nuketown?
I don't
It's
mind
very
it, but
hectic.
yeah, which I don't mind the hectic. It's just like you can literally shoot people across the entire map, which is not very fun. The spawn dies are terrible. Um, I personally like Babylon. Not a lot of people like it, but
Babylon. I don't think I played that one
yeah,
yet.
it's a good one.
Yeah. I don't like the grenades, right? You're like sitting in spawn. There comes a grenade. Somebody knows exactly where to launch it from the other spawn site.
Yeah, exactly. That's Nuketown. Like you instantly spawn and die.
Yeah.
It's terrible. I'm like, I can't even load in.
And I also don't like those games where it's just a kill. I like usually kill confirm and
Hmm.
kill, was it kill water? I like that one too.
I like domination or hard point.
Oh, and domination is fun too.
Yeah. Or kill confirmed is good. I don't mind team deathmatch, but it's not my favorite.
Yeah. I like free for all. Where is my? I tell you, this game took a lot of space off my my hard drive. I
That's
gotta
why I
pay. I
put
have
it
my
on my
payday.
PlayStation.
Yeah, that's why you're playing on PlayStation. Just
Yeah.
yeah. The problem is I don't sit in the couch to do it. So you play like in the couch, or like you play in your gaming station
I still
with
play
your
my
PC.
gaming station.
Oh, okay. Because ours is in the like living room, and I don't go to the living room. Like, I'm just I don't
You
go
know,
there.
I mean, I have my PC station, and then right next to it, I have a TV right there on a stand with my consoles.
Oh
So,
yeah, you showed us. I remember from
yeah.
yesterday. That's right. I should do that. I mean, my
Yeah,
monitor
it's always
supports
right there.
multiples, but so I spent extra money in this silly monitor, and the reason I say silly is because I was like, oh, you can play Xbox games on it,
Mhm.
all that stuff, but I never do because I'm always in the PC, you know. But it's basically you could do it without the PC.
Yeah.
But and it costs I watch TV on it, but it's a monitor. But I was like, I never do that, so it's a waste of money for that purpose, right? That was the purpose that I got it for. So it's pretty much okay. Why you troubleshoot? Stop the recording right away. Your recording has stopped. No. How do I resume the recording? Let's see. I think it continues. Restart to resolve the issue. Hold on one second. I might have to restart to resolve the issue because it doesn't even let me do that. So I guess I have to refresh. I'll be right back.
Okay.
My only complaint about Riverside, it kind of slows down sometimes. Like I'm
Yeah.
clicking and it's not doing anything. It could be also because I don't have any free storage space.
Could be.
So your boyfriend's playing, or fiance, sorry, is playing Call of Duty right now.
I think he's just getting off work.
What does he do? Works for Hypertube?
No.
Oh, I should have said that.
It's all right. He works for a brokerage company for technology. So they're like a partner. They have, they connect customers with providers.
Oh, nice. Good thing we're not on
Um,
TikTok.
yeah. So like um VoIP phone systems or internet or
Ah,
but yeah, we used to work together. We used to both work for oh, he's gone. You're back.
I am back. Took forever.
But yeah, my fiance and I used to work together. That's how we met.
Ah, nice.
We did VoIP phone systems.
Is that still a thing? VoIP?
Still a thing, yeah.
I got that. So there was one time, probably like 10, 12 years ago, me and my wife went to Brazil and we moved there temporarily for like a year. And her mom lived there. And she used to talk on the phone all day with her mom, like several times a day. And international calls back then, there was no WhatsApp back
Yeah.
then. So international calls was super expensive. So I got one of those, was it Voya or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's Voya phones, and then just plugging in the internet over there, and she can have a U.S. number, call it in, pick up, call her mother. Like if we're in the U.S., it was amazing. It was the best thing I got for her while we're over there. Yeah, she loved it.
Yeah, we
'Cause,
did for businesses, not residential, but
yeah.
yeah.
They also have I had it for my business. Was it OB something, OB, I forgot the name, but it's OB some OB Hub or something like that. It's and connects with Google Voice, so it's free too. It's pretty nice.
Nice.
Yeah, it works nice, and yeah. So VoIP is great. I love VoIP.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, my wife was super happy. So
I did
you know
it
what
for
they say.
5 years. So
Oh, you're there for 5 years.
yeah,
Wow,
programmed all sorts of phones and whatnot.
nice. So you've done a lot of programming, or just phone programming.
Just phone programming and like the back end systems.
Yeah, I suck
Um,
at programming too. So like real programming, I suck. Omar is really good at it, not me.
yeah, it's not. I've always been interested in it, but I've never
Yeah.
actually like tried it.
My
So
problem with it is that if I follow a tutorial, they don't explain why they're doing
yeah,
something.
they're just
They
like just
just
do
say
this.
you do this, but why do I do that? And that
Right.
bugs me. Um, the other problem is I think my brain just lacks the capacity to think in very small steps.
Mm,
I usually think very big, very broad, but not very detailed. There was a TikTok video. The guy's teaching his son programming. So he's like, okay, write me the step to create a peanut butter sandwich. So the son wrote, put the knife in the peanut butter and then put it in the bread. So he takes the knife, he throws inside the peanut butter, like upside down, right? With the handle. It's like, no, that's not how you make a peanut butter sandwich. I was like, well, you didn't write it. I mean, you said to
Right.
put the knife in the peanut butter. I did. I put the knife in the peanut butter, took it out.
Mhm.
So you got to be very specific. It's like you hold the knife in a certain way, then you dip it in a certain way. So yeah, I thought that was a great example of like how programmers need to think, and I don't think like that.
Yeah,
I'm a
I
very
don't either.
broad guy.
But yeah,
Um,
I didn't. I also didn't know like if it was something that I could do, kind of thing. So I was a nanny and I worked at Home Depot. I had 3 jobs.
oh wow,
And from that, I went into VoIP phone systems.
oh
So it was,
nice.
I didn't have any background, nothing. And so it was just a straight learning curve, which I love to learn. So
Yeah,
I excelled at it, but I didn't have like the background or even know like where to start with
right.
programming. So I just
But
never pursued it.
and that's the thing. Like, you never think like I cannot do it. You can't always do it.
Yeah.
So me, I used to when I first came here, I shined shoes. I delivered pizzas. I was a manager at a pizza place, a sub and pizza place in Boston. Uh, I delivered shuttle vans. And one day I'm like driving this guy around. He's like in suit and tie. He's going to a business meeting. So he's like, "So what makes you choose this kind of work?" I was like, "Oh no, I want to." Oh, Omar said something. I want to work in computers. He's like, "Why don't you?" I was like, "I don't have any experience." He's like, "So that shouldn't stop you." He's like, "Listen, every time I apply for a job, they always train me, no matter what. No, doesn't matter if I already know what it is to them because they wanted me to do their way. So they
Mhm.
train me." So I was like, I thought about that for like maybe like a couple of months, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna apply for a job. So I applied with a job, like my resume was like blank. I applied for it. They hire me, and I think that back then it was with the RSA,
Okay.
RSA security. I was
Yeah.
with them, and I was like, man, they're gonna discover I don't know nothing, and they're just gonna fire me the first day. I'm expecting to be fired like the very first day.
Yeah.
So I joined over there. They introduced me to everybody, show my cube. Then I'm sitting there, not knowing what to do, because I'm like very new, right? Like uh, English is very new to me as well, so I speak, but not as fluently. This lady comes in, "Are you Adrian?" I was like, "Oh man, they're gonna fire me right now." They just realized I don't know anything, and I never lied. I said I don't know much, right? But I'm a quick learner. But just saying that, it felt like a lie because I have never done, you know, that much
Mhm.
learning in a very short period of time.
Mhm.
So then she calls me. She's like, "Oh, follow me." I was like, "Oh man, they're gonna escort me out of the building for sure." So I'm following her. Like I'm shaking. I'm like my suit and tie because I mean, you have to realize this is like in the '90s, So I'm suit and tie and stuff. And then she opens this big door, and I see a bunch of people sitting down, instructor in front. She's like, "This is your training class. You're gonna be here for the rest of the week. So like 5 days. It was a Monday, so you're gonna be here till Friday, and you're gonna learn the product, the ins and outs of the product. So then Monday, you're gonna be able to take calls and answer customer questions and fix their problems." That was technical support. As soon as she said that, I was like, you know.
You're
But
like,
then I
oh,
was still nervous. I was like, how am I gonna do this, right? But I sat down in that class. I paid so much attention, and then I mean, next Monday came. I was ready to take calls. I was taking calls and solving problems. Whatever I didn't know, I just started learning. And
yeah.
then I think I stayed there for like 9 months. And then another recruiter called me and say, "How much you get paid?" I think I was getting paid like $27,000 or something like that. It wasn't much money at all. And I might have even lied a little bit. I think I said 35. And they're like, "We can pay
Yeah,
you
you have
43." I was like,
nice.
okay. Because I was supposed to get a raise, supposed to get a adjustment. So I included the adjustment in there. It's like, we can pay you 43. I was like, okay. So I changed it, and then I got hired by Netagrity, and they do SiteMinder. I don't know if you heard of SiteMinder. This is
Yeah.
in Boston, in Walton. So then started working SiteMinder. Didn't know anything about the product, didn't learn. And then after that, I did SiteMinder all the way, God, all the way until I was hired in Wells Fargo for like 20 some years. I did SiteMinder. Just stayed with
Wow.
the IAM doing SiteMinder. I became professional services in Integrity, and then after I left there, companies started hiring me. It's like, okay, we just bought SiteMinder. We need somebody to deploy it, and then that's how I did. And now here I am. So it's like, like a
No,
long
I think
shot from like shiny shoes. Fun fact: I shine Tony Bennett's shoes in New
really,
York. Yeah, I shine
that's
his
cool.
shoes. I mean, he's no longer alive, but yeah, that was interesting. It made a lot of money actually for me. I mean, I came from Brazil, so then that was my first job when I came from Brazil.
Yeah.
Mhm. Which is a story in itself, but my immigrant story from Brazil.
Yes.
Yeah, I told Omar that. He's like, we got to do a podcast on it one day. I was like, yeah, one day.
One day we'll get
One
there.
day. So how you end up from Canada over here?
So my dad's American and my mom's Canadian.
Ah, so you just came
So
to visit and stuff.
my dad's side is all, well, started in Idaho, but they're all in Utah now.
Ah, nice. Yeah.
So my parents divorced when I was 3, and my m- so I
Wow.
actually was born in Utah. Um, my mom went to BYU because my parents are
Ah,
Mormon, and
uh-huh.
so that's how she met my dad. And they lived in Canada for a while, and my 2 older brothers are born there.
Hmm.
And then they moved to Utah. So me and my younger brothers were born in Utah, and then they divorced when I was 3, and I grew up in Canada until I was 16, and I decided to move to my dad's house.
Ah,
So
so what was it like a pleasant experience? Like how is it growing up in Canada? Because I can tell
I
you, growing
love
up in Brazil was not easy.
it.
I'm assuming
Yeah.
Canada is a lot better experience than Brazil.
Yeah, I loved growing up in Canada, and it was definitely a culture shock moving to Utah because I was, Canada is a melting pot of cultures and
Yeah.
backgrounds, and so my high school, I was a minority. Um,
Mm.
so moving to Utah, which is predominantly white, was a shock for me. Um, but yeah, no,
Because you're used
I
to the diversity in Canada,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
exactly. I loved, I mean, Canada, it's beautiful. Um, the winters are hard, but
Yeah.
I mean,
That's the
yeah,
only thing I can see that would suck is the weather. Unless you're into
yeah,
hockey,
I love
playing
hockey.
rugby
Yeah,
or hockey. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, the school system is definitely better, I would say.
Oh yeah,
So,
education a lot better. Yeah.
yeah, the healthcare system a lot better. Yeah, I just
Government.
I I'm I struggle with politics. I'm not too great with it, to be honest. But for the most part, I mean, there wasn't anything like what we're experiencing today. So
So you never hear anything negative about, like you hear negative stuff about the U.S. You hear
yeah.
negative stuff about Europe, about Russia, all the countries, but you
Mhm.
never hear anything negative about Canada.
Mm-mm.
And it's funny because usually you guys are, U.S. allies, so you think like you get some of the fallback from our reputation, right? But you don't seem to. It's like
No.
everything is like nice and chill. The only problem I think I would have in Canada if I lived there was like everything's about the Queen, isn't it?
Not so much nowadays. I mean, it's
It's like
You
Queen
still
Elizabeth Highway and that kind of stuff, right? Like it's still what do you call
it's still a
territory,
colony,
a colony.
British
Yes,
colony.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's still a British colony. Isn't there an effort to become like independent or anything like that? No,
I
or
don't
is
think
he
so.
independent? It's just the appearance of a colony.
I'm pretty sure they're independent now.
Is it?
Like,
So the colony is just how do you say cosmetic? Not cosmetic, but uh,
yeah, so Canada became independent in 1931.
oh, so they're independent. Okay.
Yeah, you just still learn about, British history and stuff like that because it's part of
Oh, okay.
Canada's history. But
So
um,
England has no sway over Canada politics, nothing.
no,
Oh, that's interesting.
yeah, they're
Is-
just
oh,
similar, with the prime minister, and they're
yeah,
similar in like
similar government structure.
spelling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
you know.
I think it gave me that impression because when I went to Toronto, it was like Queen Elizabeth Highway, and there's the royal
Yeah.
symbol, like highways and things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
I
know
mean,
what?
it's just like in the US how they name certain stuff on historical events or anything
Oh,
like that.
okay. Yeah, that makes sense. The funny thing is, so we went to Toronto. Then we're there, and I realized that I forgot my blood pressure medication. So I called my doctor. Can you call some blood pressure medication? Oh, I cannot. I'm not licensed in Canada, so I cannot call you in Canada. So you
Yeah.
have to go to a Canadian doctor. So I went to Canadian pharmacy to see the doctor. I was like, you don't have insurance here, so you have to pay. It wasn't cheap. So it was cheaper to actually drive from Toronto to New York and then get my medication there in a U.S. pharmacy. So my doctor called into what was the Albany? I think it was Albany. Called into a pharmacy in Albany. My medication. So I left. We drove right from Toronto with the rental car, went to New York, got my medicine. Coming back, there's the U.S. border, and the guy goes, "So what are you doing in Canada?" I was like, "I'm going back. I just had to come and get my medicine." And he had like 100 questions, like very dry and very rude. And
Mm-hmm.
then you get to the Canadian side of the border, and they're like, "Welcome to Canada. Thanks for visiting us." Like, oh my God, what a freaking difference. Like, I want to
Yeah.
live here. I don't want to live over there with those assholes, It's like
Canadians are very nice people.
very nice people, completely different experiences. Like, and I mean, they're like, what, 200 feet apart or something like that?
Mhm.
It's like one border, then the next, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
one border patrol and then the next. One's completely rude and it's like, I don't want to be here. You're bothering me. And the other one's like, how can I help you? It's like
Mhm.
completely different. I was like, wow, that's a
Yeah,
country I like.
yeah, I really enjoyed living there. I unfortunately just had house problems that I was trying to get away from. So I
Yeah.
moved to my dad's, and I mean, I've built a life here. My
Right.
fiance's family is like 20 minutes from us, and
Yeah.
I'm very close with his family. I'm not really close with mine, so I don't
Yeah. So it
see
makes
us
sense to be
being.
here. Yeah.
Yeah. We did live in California for a little while as well for work, but
California felt like a different country for me.
it really does. It
Yeah.
really does.
It felt like its whole country. It felt
Yeah.
like you left the U.S. and now you're the country of California for some reason.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not. I mean,
We
and
liked
the,
living there. It was just really expensive. So,
yeah, it's very expensive. Like when I went there the first time, it wasn't as bad. Now I think things got worse in some places. But when
yeah.
we went there, it was nice. It was really nice.
Yeah, we were there for I don't know, a year or two, and then we moved back around the beginning of the pandemic. So,
Um, what shocked me about California last time I went is like there was a cultural shock where I went to work. I think the company was Cisco. It wasn't okay. So I felt like the minority.
mhm.
and most people were from like was it South Asia? You know what I mean? For on the whole company as a whole, it was most people from
Yeah.
South Asia, and like I felt like the minority. So I was like, oh, I can see how people feel now, like being the minority. So that was the food is amazing though. I love the food. Food is great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
So nice.
spicy. It's really spicy. We went to like a restaurant over there supposed to be authentic. It was like, whoa, that's
But yeah,
Trump
that's how I
has
ended up in the
23
US.
electoral votes.
I
Sorry, I
said,
missed
yeah.
that.
I said that's how I ended up in the US.
That's a fun story. Yeah, I ended up in the US by pure luck. I had to find a job the same day, get paid the same day, find a place to stay the same day. And somehow everything worked out. So,
It's crazy how life happens like that
yeah.
sometimes.
And, I guess it didn't hurt that I was 19 and, not afraid to take risks and stuff. But if you're going
Yeah.
to take risks, you have to do it when you're young. As to like my age now, you don't want to take risks. You have a family and stuff
Hmm.
like that. It's like your time to take risks has passed. So
But I'm a firm believer in if stuff just ends up falling into place. Now, of
Mhm.
course, you still have to do your part,
Right,
but if it ends up just falling into place, you are where you were meant to be.
yeah, yeah, I believe that too. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I came here, and then a year later, about my mom. Now she's here. She's an American citizen. She lives like 10 minutes down the road from us. So
Nice.
that's the reason why actually we live in Florida because I love snow. If it was up to me, it'll be like someplace it'll be snowing right now. Because I grew
It
up in
was snowing
Brazil.
this morning for me.
Oh, it was really in
Yes.
Utah. Nice. Oh
Hmm.
man, I'm so jealous. So pretty.
Yep,
I love
there.
snow. I hate like summer and sweaty weather and stuff like that.
Yeah, I definitely prefer the cold.
Yeah,
Um,
the air feels
Now,
cleaner.
I'm not a huge snow person anymore, but I'd rather it be cold than hot. So
Yeah, it's
I've
cozier to
seen
like.
enough snow in my lifetime than people have ever seen. So
Yeah, in
uh,
Brazil it's always hot, and even winters are like hot. Like
I
I
couldn't
guess
do
I like
it.
Florida weather. It's like now it's winter is like 88 degrees today. Well, it's not winter yet. It's fall for us, but
That's too
yeah.
hot. That's too hot for me.
88.
Uh, yeah,
Yeah.
it is 33 right now for me,
Oh God, that is really cold. It's like
but it
just
feels
freeze.
like
Just
27 with the wind.
oh man, that is definitely cold. Yeah, we wake up in the morning is 73. 73 in the morning, and then in the afternoon, like 4 o'clock, it gets like 88.
Yeah,
And we're going.
I prefer to have all the seasons.
Yeah, that's what I miss too. Like the change of seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss that a lot. Yeah, it's nice seeing all the colors and the trees and stuff like that. Did that happen for you
Hmm.
guys already?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
right. If it's 33, probably like the trees are all bare now, and
Uh, I mean, they're not all bare, but they are getting there because it just dropped. So, like last week, it was in the 50s.
oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah. And the
yeah,
week
because
before that, it was in the 70s. So, it changed real fast.
that's pretty dramatic change, 70 to 30s. It's like a couple
A
weeks.
couple of
Yeah,
weeks. Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty dramatic. Oh man. I'm anxiously waiting to see the results for Florida for the amendments. I want to see what
Mm.
Amendment 3 is coming up as. Ballot
So, I just saw
measures.
Florida is um, validated as red. Looks like.
Yes, but Amendment 3 is supported by both parties. Oh, abortion rights is very close. 57-43 right now. Marijuana is 54-45, which is the one I'm interested in. And then there's a bunch of states where legalized recreation marijuana is on the ballot. California
Yeah, I'm
raised
waiting
minimum
for Utah to
wage.
get there. Utah's so far behind with that though. It's gonna take
But
forever.
you guys are very conservative, though, right?
Well, it's the religion.
Yeah.
The
Isn't
Mormon state rule. The Mormon church rules the state, unfortunately.
so? How do they feel about alcohol and stuff?
You know what's funny? So the religion, you cannot drink, you can't smoke, you uh can't partake in any drugs, even if there's medicinal properties to it.
Really? Not even
Um,
like, well, so any drugs, or like you talk about like antibiotics, or like marijuana kind of drugs?
yeah, like marijuana, you can't.
Oh, okay.
So um, you can't drink coffee.
What?
Some extremists will not drink soda either, but that's on the extreme
I
side.
mean, they probably have a point with soda without the sugar and stuff, but like
It's actually
coffee?
the caffeine.
Oh, so they have a problem with the caffeine. Hmm.
Yeah. So that's why you can't drink coffee.
Yet sex is okay, apparently.
Sex is okay after marriage. You cannot have sex before marriage.
Yeah. I would
Yeah.
think.
I mean, the religion is your body is a temple. So
Hmm.
tattoos are against the religion as well as piercings.
So that was your act
So
of defiance.
I actually didn't get my first tattoo until I was 21.
I think I actually got mine pretty much older. Actually, I only have one too. Like that's it.
I now have, this has been over the last like 6 or 7 years. I've got full sleeves.
Oh, nice. How you like the
So
color versus black and white? Like we got
I
mix a device. Like don't get color or get color, and
yeah, I have both. So I have I do prefer black and white, but like this
yeah,
whole sleeve being black and white, it's a lot. So I ended
yeah.
up throwing some color in at the end, but
How long
that's
ago
what
was
we
that?
got.
So is he holding the collar and stuff?
That's been about 6 months.
Oh, okay. So it's fairly
So
recent.
yeah. This is my this one's about 6 years old. So
Oh, that's not
it's
bad.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
holding the color pretty well.
yeah, yeah.
And
Because
then I usually do just like a little bit of color in with my black and white. I,
ah,
I have some full color pieces on my legs, but
ah,
so I've got both
interesting.
my calves done, both my thighs, and then I have my Canadian flag back here.
Oh yeah, that's a good place to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You look very Canadian today, by the way, with the beanie and stuff.
It's because it was snowing this morning.
That was pretty cool. Now I get the beanie. Once you said this 33, I was like, oh, that's why. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. In
Yeah.
Canada, this is called a toque, though.
A took.
A toque.
I had no idea they have different names for it. Let me see how the election is going here, because I am curious. President. Excuse me. Couldn't reach the mute button.
You're
So
fine.
Kamala 27 electoral votes, Trump 90.
Yeah, but
10
you see, the
millions
whole West
versus.
Coast isn't done, and a lot of the West Coast is Democratic.
Yeah. Oh
So
yeah. Yeah. So this is a lot of the middle of the country are reporting in, right?
mhm.
And they're already calling, even though it's 32% of the vote, they're already calling the state, for Trump, because they have a color code. If it's like a solid red, they're like, okay, well, projections, Trump is going to win.
Yeah,
If it's blue, like solid blue, projection is Democrat. So Kamala really only has DC, Mass, and Vermont right now as projections. Trump has
and
Florida.
Maryland,
Oh,
and
Maryland too.
Maryland.
Oh yeah, Maryland and Delaware.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So far, I mean, those are projections, but Florida is 79% of the vote is in Florida. 55-43. Donald Trump is killing in Florida. And there's some other people there that I never heard of. Jill Stein, Chase Oliver. Never heard of these people.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, projected winner is Donald Trump for Florida. So Orlando is Kamala, but then everybody else is like Trump. Florida's a Trump country. Yeah.
Mhm.
Tallahassee's. It's funny. That's all the metropolitan areas are usually Democrats, and then all the rural countries are Republicans.
Yeah, it's funny how it
Miami
works.
Dade, though, that's Trump is winning there. That's kind of surprising. 76% of the votes. Yeah, so he's projected winner for Florida,
Yeah.
for better or for worse.
But yeah,
Uh,
it's funny. Going back to the sorry, we both have ADHD brain.
oh yeah,
The Mormon religion. It's funny because the church actually has, they are a part of like the alcohol industry. They have a stake in it.
oh they do.
Um, mhm.
Ah,
So they gain money from stuff that is against their religion.
that's.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of hypocritical, though, isn't it?
Hmm.
It's like, yeah, we'll sell it to other people. Well, other people do it, but I'll advise our
Yeah,
people
I
not
mean it's
to.
lucrative, so might as well
Yeah.
get a piece of it.
Wow.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's why Utah's going to be pretty far behind for legalizing marijuana, but just because
Do
of
they
the
have
supply
medical or
chain.
no? No medical either.
They do have medical, yeah.
Oh, that's good. So that's something.
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
but
Canada, the whole country is recreational, so
how is it working out with that? Is it like legal, like in the streets everywhere, or
yeah, I think
no?
so.
You have to do it at home or stuff like here, you were supposed to do it at home, and then there's commercials like imagine you're in a stadium with 70,000 people and the stench.
That's true. I don't know.
But you're not right now, even for medical, you cannot do in the streets or in the car. You have to do it at home. They have laws against it.
So Canada has been recreational legal since 2018.
Wow, way ahead of us. Like 5 years. Well, we've been legal for a
Yeah,
few
you,
years
you
too.
can't do it in public, like public indoor or transit bars, whatever.
Mhm. So it makes sense. I mean, it's common sense.
And then each province has control over like the age that you can legally purchase it at.
Hmm.
But I mean, Canada, you can legally drink at 19. So
Which is weird over here in the U.S., right? Because you can go to war and die for your country at
that's what
18,
I'm
but
saying.
yeah, you cannot drink. You cannot walk and buy
Well, I
alcohol
mean, and you used to be able to buy cigarettes at 19. And they changed
over here.
that, at least in Utah, to 21.
I think over here is 21 too. Alcohol and
Yeah.
cigarettes are
Mhm.
21. Yeah, I'll be
When I
like,
turned 19, I could legally buy cigarettes.
it's funny. I could legally buy cigarettes or alcohol at any age in Brazil, and that actually made me so when I turned 21, I had no desire to drink because of I could have done that when I was 5 if I wanted to.
Yeah.
It wasn't forbidden. Like as a matter of fact, I used to go to the bar and buy my mom cigarettes all the time. Never once was I curious to like open the pack and like smoke a cigarette.
Right.
You know what I mean? On the
That's the thing.
contrary,
You
I kept
put
bugging my
so
mom to stop
many.
smoking.
Yeah, people think like putting restrictions will make people not want to do it, but it makes them want to do it more because they're
More.
curious. Why is it
Yeah,
restricted?
exactly.
You know?
Yeah. it must be good, right? Because they don't want me to do it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, in
And
Canada, you can drink at 19. Unless you're in Quebec, it's legal at 18.
yeah.
So,
Another thing in Brazil that's different, I can walk to a pharmacy and say I need this antibiotic. They'll give it to you. No prescription needed or anything like that. Over here, you need a prescription. Then you don't have money. What are you supposed to go? Then you got to go to the ER to get a prescription to go buy some antibiotic when you need antibiotic for whatever.
yeah,
You
that's
know,
because our healthcare system is all about making money.
making money. Yeah,
It's not
that is
actually
true.
about the healthcare for the
No,
people.
it makes me wonder how many cures for how many disease they actually had but never released because
Mhm.
it's more effective to treat the symptoms than it is the disease.
Well, if you think about cancer, it's huge now, right?
Right.
It's more spread, and there's been so much money dumped into research. How have
Yeah.
we not found a cure when it clearly seems to be escalating? But like, do we actually have a cure? We could. Who
Right.
knows?
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
not lucrative at all.
Yeah. It doesn't pay to cure something, right? Why am I going to sell you a pill that will take care of your disease once when I can sell you the treatment for the rest of your life?
Hmm.
Yeah. You know, the, the same
Which is
thing.
depressing when kids are dying of cancer. But
Yeah. That is true. That's that whole thing too. It's like if you look at a religious lens, like why does that happen? Like why some kids are healthy, some kids are not. It's like it's just a chance. Is
right,
he, I don't know, a creator that chose it that way? It's like it makes me wonder why things like how you stay so still. I cannot stay still and talk. Like I have to be like bouncing
do you
around.
not see me? I just like fidget with like my hat or with my hair.
But it's better than
Actually,
this. I'm like,
the secret is this. When I want to fidget, I take a hit.
yeah, that's true. I think I was more calm when I used to smoke cigarettes too.
Hmm.
Yeah. And then I got
Yeah.
pneumonia, so that put an
I
end
have
to that.
asthma, so I really shouldn't be smoking, but you only live once.
So I had pneumonia, stayed in the hospital for 5 days. The whole time I was itching to go downstairs and smoke. I told the nurse, I was like, I need a cigarette. I'm going to go downstairs. She's like, you will not. It's like, that's such a disrespect for us. We're trying to nurse you back to health, and you want to go outside and smoke. And then in the end, I was like, okay, now I finally am being discharged, so I can finally smoke. Then I thought about it. I was like, man, I've been here 6 days now. I haven't smoked for 6 days. You know what?
Hmm.
It's a good time to quit. Besides, my body was telling me, right? Like when you get pneumonia and stuff, it's like your body's telling you that you're doing something wrong. So
Yeah.
yeah, never smoked again.
Nice.
I came
I used
home,
to smoke
threw all the
cigarettes.
ashtrays. Back then it was actual cigarettes. It wasn't. They didn't have vapes, right? So
Yeah. I used to smoke cigarettes.
yeah.
So
So I threw out the cigarettes, lighters, ashtrays, everything in the trash. Never looked back.
nice.
Yeah.
That's
And
good.
then I gained a ton of weight, so that's that problem.
It is an appetite suppressant.
It is, and also it doesn't help when you replace cigarettes with caramel candies. Yeah,
Yes.
I feel like smoking. I will like put like 2 or 3 caramel candies in my mouth. It'll be all day long caramel candies. It's probably like 3,000 calories a day just the caramel candies alone. So yeah.
Yeah. I go
So
back and forth. I quit for a couple of years and then I start up again and then I quit for a couple of years. So just
yeah.
for me it's not even the nicotine. It doesn't affect me anymore. It's just like the action.
So you can why don't you get the one that's no nicotine, zero nicotine, or very little nicotine? Because they have the percentages, right? That you can get.
Yeah, in Utah they're low percentage. They're like 3% or something. So,
Oh, okay. So they're already low. Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
that's
The
good.
church is highly against smoking, so they've been trying to get rid of vapes for a long time.
Yeah, but then you just like go, drive across the state line. I don't know how far the state line is for you, but
Uh, we so in Utah, there's no gambling; it's illegal
uh,
because also that's against the
yeah,
religion.
nothing fun's allowed in
So,
Utah. Got it.
yeah. So we go to Wendover, Nevada. It's about an hour and a half drive.
That's not that bad. Yeah,
No. So
yeah.
we gamble over there. We There's also dispensaries there, and we sometimes buy our alcohol there as well.
There. Why is it better over there than Utah? Or it's
It's
just easier
cheaper.
to get? Oh, cheaper.
It's
Yeah. Oh, because
cheaper.
of tax and stuff. That's how they try to disincentivize the use, right?
Yeah, because
Just
in
increase the
Utah you
price.
can only buy beer and seltzers in the grocery store. If you want wine or liquor or higher percentage beer, you have to go to the liquor store. So state tax and all of that. They're all
Yeah.
state owned.
Do you guys have drive-through? Well, we have drive-through for liquor store here, which is like baffles my mind. It's like you should not have drive-throughs. These
No,
people are
there's no
alcoholic, right? It's
liquor.
like drive-through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah. Yeah.
drive-throughs in like Wyoming.
Yeah.
And some people go to Wyoming for like lottery tickets and stuff like that too.
What? There's no lottery tickets in Utah either.
It's considered gambling,
Oh, wow. Yeah,
which
I
is
mean it
illegal in the
is.
state. So
They're missing out a lot of money, though. It seems like the state is missing out a lot of money.
right?
Right? It's
Yeah.
like they're gonna pass recreational over here, but all the money that they make on taxes for recreational marijuana is gonna go to schools and police.
Oh,
So, so there's a bunch of sheriffs like on TV saying, "Yeah, vote yes on Amendment 3 because it benefit them, right? They're gonna get more money
yeah.
in the long run, and they don't have to prosecute like petty crimes, like somebody's smoking marijuana. They don't have to go after
That's
them
the
and
crazy
stuff.
part. In the states where they legalize recreational, are they letting people out of like jails and prisons that are in there for those charges?
I don't think so, because it's still illegal federally. But they should,
Mm,
right? They should. I
yeah,
think they would if they pass recreation. I think they should. Actually, I don't know. That's a good question. I
because that
mean,
would
it
be
would
really
make
shitty to
sense.
be in jail for something that now everyone else can do legally.
Yeah. If recreational, let's see. It's passed. Do they? What do you call? Forgives the sentences. The sentences of people serving jail time. Yeah, I'm curious now.
Because think of all the people that are in jail for petty crimes.
So in October 22, the President Biden issued a proclamation that pardoned a lot of people from the federal side of it,
Okay.
only for federal offenses. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't. I cannot get like what happens to all the marijuana conviction in states that are now legal. Let's see. This is the one. Let's find the name. Yeah, they can have a. They it brings the opportunity for them to take it off their records.
Okay.
Yeah. So not just to like get out of prison, but also remove completely from the record, like expunge it from the record, so they don't have problems like finding jobs and housing.
That's good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah,
Because I'm sorry, it's dumb to be in jail for weed. Like,
that is true. Yeah, it is dumb to be in there for that. I mean, people go to jail innocently all the time. I mean, it's also an industry, right? It's a really big industry. They make a lot of money too, which is
Well, yeah, especially private owned.
yeah, everything's private owned. So all the jails and stuff. Yeah, so they make money. Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? We are a capitalistic society. Where's
Yeah.
Omar? He said he'll be back, but he never came back. Omar's lacking off. Let's see. Oh, it's still really early for the exciting part, Omar said.
You should ask him
uh,
what time he's thinking.
yes. What time are you thinking you will join back? You will join us back. Yeah, because I could take a break, have some dinner,
Yep.
and yeah, and then come back. Let's see what he says. I'm so thirsty. Alcohol does that though.
Hi, son. Hello.
Uh, Rick Scott. Oh, it's like the Republican senator. I think he's getting ready to show up and do like a victory speech already. I don't know why, but hey.
It would suck to like celebrate early and then
Oh, have you seen like those shorts or YouTubes and stuff like that where the guy like he's in a race, he's celebrating already, he slows down and then comes a guy really fast, so like he wins in the last second. Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I thought those were funny. It's like never celebrate too early.
Mm-mm.
Let's see. National results by state. Let me see if my state senators are here, which of course is gonna be freaking red. I want to move. I gotta go to Pennsylvania or something where my vote actually makes a difference.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's why it's stupid. It should just be straight votes across the nation.
yeah, yeah. And then right, like Rick Scott, which is our, Trump kiss butt, is gonna win over here in Florida. He's projected the winner 55%, 43 for the Democratic Party. Doesn't surprise me. You are in Utah. Did they start counting your polls yet? Or not yet?
Not yet. I don't think. Because our polls close at 8. So we got an
So
hour
it
and a
closed
half.
already. You should have some results.
No, so our polls close
Oh,
at 10
the time
Eastern.
zone. So
So
stupid.
we got an hour and a half to go for Utah.
Yeah.
It's only 6:30.
Yeah, I feel so stupid. They keep like making the same mistake. It's like,
Oh, you're fine. Don't even worry about it.
yeah, there's 0 for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Utah's a red state, so I mean, but we'll see. You never know.
You never know.
We do
Riley,
have
what
a
do you want?
large, Hispanic population. So,
Yeah, we all know they piss off the Hispanic population.
yeah.
How?
Actually,
But
my
it's not
fiance's
that
whole family
large, is
is,
it?
huh?
How large is it? The population in Utah for Hispanics?
It's pretty large. I would say it's the second, um, what's the word I'm looking for?
Second biggest one in the country? Because I know Florida is pretty big.
Um, Let me Google it before I'm just spitting out
Let me
random.
Google that for you. You know that website, right?
Yes. It's the second largest ethnic group in the state of Utah is Hispanic,
Oh wow.
with over 500,000 residents.
So Michigan, Kamala is winning so far, 5% of the votes. Georgia, Trump is winning Georgia with 50% of the votes. That's not
Which
a
is
good sign.
crazy. No.
Because I thought last year was like Biden won, right? Georgia?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
'Cause it is a swing state, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. Hispanic population is second largest in Utah, but it's only about 15% of the Utah population. So that tells you how predominantly
Yeah,
white
that
the
is
state
true.
is.
Yeah. It's not
Yeah,
looking good
my
so far.
fiance side is from Mexico.
Yeah. It's not looking good so far. Like Trump has 105 electoral votes already. But
Yeah.
it's what you said, the West California, and Oregon, all those states come in a lot
Yeah,
later. So
Washington. Yeah. And they're the
yeah.
last to go through. So their polls
And they have a
close
lot
at,
of votes too.
yeah, their polls close at 11 Eastern. So we got some time.
Yep. We do have some time.
Well, he hasn't answered. So if you want to take a break and get some grub,
Yeah, we reconvene later. Yeah,
yeah,
he's probably busy with the kids, and probably like after the kids are sleeping and stuff.
yeah,
Sounds good.
cool.
Yeah. I'll ping you on
Sounds
chat and
good.
stuff. Nice chatting.
Yeah. Talk to you later.
Talk to you later, alligator.
In a while, crocodile.
All right, take care.
Bye.